G'day, it's Pete here, and I'm back for the final day of the qualifying. We'll get to see who made it through to the knockouts. So let's jump straight in. And to kick things off, I wanted to look at a match between USA 1 and Norway. This battle is sort of like who can consolidate their spot in the top 8. So they're both in there, but they're both fighting for their place. So this first board here, North opened 2 diamonds, which was a multi 2 diamonds. It had like either weak with spades or weak with hearts, or some strong options in there. And here it went 2 diamonds, pass, 2 hearts, pass or correct. West has a great hand. They started with double. North bid 2 spades, went pass. And interestingly here, South bid 3 clubs. So I wanted to delve into like what this 3 club bid actually showed. Anyway, it went double, pass, 4 hearts. So they're in 4 hearts. But the whole purpose of this 3 club bid is South is actually expecting West to be like the really strong hand to be playing the hand most of the time. Now, they know they've got a good spade fit and they can always go back to 3 spades. But they're just trying to help their partner out with the lead here to say, hey, partner, if you're on lead, instead of me just supporting spades and you leading a spade, I don't really want your partner leading spades with this holding. So they bid clubs to try and guide partner into what they should actually be leading. Now, here, they actually ended up on lead and they chose a spade. And here, because of this bidding, North doesn't actually know that their partner's got good spades. So here it went spade. And they put in the jack, which easily could be a false card. And then after that, they continued the ace of spades, which got roughed and set up the king. Now, this sort of simplified the hand, but they can still just make 10 tricks from here anyway. So the spade and the spade continuation, leading the ace of spades here and getting that roughed, didn't actually cost. At the other table, they passed instead of opening anything with this north hand. West opened a heart, a spade. This 2-no trump bid showed good spade support. And here, North found the killing lead. It's actually leading trumps, and this cuts down on their ability to trump spades. So here, heart lead, and they let a club up, and they just continued hearts. And now East-West doesn't have any recourse to actually deal with their spade losers here. The clubs don't set up, so they're in a bit of trouble, and they went down 2 from there. So good swing to USA 1 there. The next board I wanted to look at, here East-West have some strong hands and some good distribution. Here it went 1 club, pass, a spade. South got in there with 2 diamonds as a passed hand, so they're not showing that much strength. And it went pass, pass. And how does East follow up from here? So here East chose 3 diamonds. West went in and bid 3 hearts, and they subsided in 4 spades, but 6 clubs is a really good contract. And here, I think one of the issues is that this 3 heart bid over 3 diamonds is sort of just saying, hey, I've got some values in hearts, but I'm not sure about playing in 4 spades, and I'm not convinced about 3-no trumps in particular. At the other table, they went in and they doubled, and now the 2 heart bid's more natural, and then they jumped to 3 spades, and West didn't offer 3-no trumps here, but went in with 4 diamonds. And now East knows that with the 6 spades and the 4 clubs, their partner's got a genuine club suit, and 6 clubs should be a really good shot because partner hasn't offered 3-no trumps with this West hand. So they just go ahead and bid it. And here it's a pretty straightforward one. They lead a diamond. They don't even take the heart finesse because they can afford to discard it on the king of diamonds. And now they just played a spade and they trumped 1 spade. They're just trying to prepare for bad breaks here. But then they lead the king of clubs. No bad club breaks, no bad spade breaks. And they've got 12 easy tricks and a vulnerable slam swing back to Norway here. The final board that I wanted to talk about here, relatively straightforward one, which was 3 passes, North open, 2-no trumps. They checked to see if they've got maybe a 5-3 major suit fit. That might have been the purpose. And then they bid 4-no trumps quantitative invite just saying, partner, are you minimum or are you maximum? If you're maximum, please go on to 6 no trumps. If you're minimum, just pass. And North, with just their 20 points and their 4-3-3 shape, left it in 4 no trumps. At the other table here, they opened 1 diamond here. They are playing precision, so 1 diamond's limited to sort of 15 points. So you can have more aggressive openings, especially not vulnerable. But after a diamond, a spade, and no trump, North really just kicked on to 6 no trumps and didn't invite. Now, 6 no trumps isn't a terrible spot, but here the diamond finesse fails, the spade finesse fails, and you're going down. But I did notice something interesting in the play here towards the end. So they got a spade lead and they won the ace and just finessed the diamond straight away, which failed. And then they tried the spade finesse and that failed too. So at this stage, they're down. And here they continued with 1 more spade and just played the 10 of diamonds, ace of clubs, king of clubs, and then diamond over. And here it says they claim 10 tricks, which I'm actually surprised about because at this stage, what you can actually do is there is a cool squeeze on this hand for making 11 tricks. So I think they were just saying, yep, I got 2 diamonds and I got 2 hearts. That's 10 tricks. But look what happens if they continue diamonds. So they play the king of diamonds and here East has clubs. So West can handily throw that away. South's got the clubs here, so they can throw this. And East doesn't need that club. But look what happens on this next diamond. What does West discard? If West discards a spade, the 7 of spades is a winner. So let's say that West throws a heart away. Now, North knows that this spade's not a winner now, so they toss that away. And East has the same dilemma. They throw a club. This 9 of clubs is a winner. If they throw a heart, which is probably what they would do, now you can just play king of hearts and a heart over to the ace and then the 10 of hearts. And they've actually got 11 tricks. So here they claimed only 10 tricks at a spot where they were down in a contract, but I'm actually surprised because they could have played it out and found a cool squeeze to get out for down 1. And it's very easy that once you're down in a contract to miss these tricky spots, but reducing how much you go down is extremely valuable, especially in these tight places. And you're battling for your spot in 8th, but it's been a long tournament, so easy to miss this one, but just wanted to highlight that spot there, that I was actually surprised by the claim of 10 tricks. So all up, Norway had a healthy win over USA 1. They won 43-20 here. And let's look at all the results here. So this pushed USA 1 down into sort of this dangerous 7th, 8th spot. And Norway was really fighting for their life there. They needed that good win just to give themselves a bit of a buffer there. In interesting results in the other fields, New Zealand had a winning draw against Denmark, which Denmark really needed all the VPs they could just to climb up into 8th. So sort of a costly, well, not costly, but like a missed opportunity for Denmark there. Also, Hungary, that sort of wanted to sort of consolidate their spot here, had a good win over South Africa, so they've given themselves a bit of a safety net there. Israel, who's chasing this 8th spot as well, they had a loss to Bulgaria. So again, another missed opportunity here to try and climb into this 8th spot here. And also the Norway-USA match, which really sort of solidified that spot there. So they're the interesting matches from round 21. Let's move on to round 22. So for round number 2, here I've got a match between Israel and Australia. And Australia is very fringe in the hunt, but Israel really is close to chasing that 8th spot. And they want a big win out of this match to give themselves a healthy chance. So this first board, the auction at both tables is identical. A heart, a spade, 4 hearts, 4 spades, 5 hearts. Now, both tables started with the ace of spades. And now they have to work out what to do looking at this south hand here. There's the king of spades there. And they're pretty sure that king of spades can afford a discard. Now, what does East switch to? So at this table, they switch to a diamond. And there's the defense to actually beat 5 hearts, 1 trick. If they actually just started with a diamond or a heart, I believe they can actually beat it 2 tricks. But ace of spades looks reasonably good when your partner's bid 4 spades for you. So they started with the ace of spades, and here they found a diamond shift, and 5 hearts goes down 1. At the other table, same auction, they started with the ace of spades, but now they shifted to the ace of clubs. So I just wanted to sort of explain sort of the reasoning of why they might try the ace of clubs here. Well, you know the king of spades is set up and can potentially be a discard here. So if that's the case, what can they potentially throw away? Now, imagine if you just had this king of clubs and you move that king of clubs into diamonds and they had ace, king, jack of diamonds. If you give them time, they're actually going to throw their club loser away on the spade and they'll actually make there. So this hand's actually surprisingly difficult for East to try and work out, do they need to shift to clubs or not? Even if they shift to a low club, it's enough to give the contract away. But if their partner had the king of clubs instead of as much in diamonds, then continuing clubs is what they needed to do. So here they chose the ace of clubs, which was enough to let 5 hearts make. So a vulnerable game swing to Australia there. The next board was a potential mix-up. So here South opened 2 no trumps and West doubled, which looks like they're intending this double to show both majors. And here it just went all pass. Now, I don't know if they played double as penalties or both majors. If it is both majors, did East know? Did they choose not to bid because they thought that maybe they were just going to get a worse score because their hand breaks pretty badly? But coming in over 2 no trumps vulnerable is pretty dangerous. So you do want a lot of shape, which West has. But here, 2 no trumps made lots of tricks. So they got a spade lead, and then they just set up a spade. And then after this, they just went after diamonds up there, and they took their clubs. And then heart to the king and a heart back, and 11 tricks there for a big old score. At the other table, they had a different auction. No intervention here, but it went 2 no, 4 spades showing diamonds. 5 clubs probably showing a good hand for diamonds in case partner wants to bid slam. And North just stopped in 5 diamonds. And here there's a pretty interesting hand. We got a heart lead, and it goes low 10 and they win the king. Now here North-South can make 5 diamonds in various ways. The queen of diamonds doesn't fall, so you can get 5 diamond tricks, 5 clubs, and the ace of hearts. So you've got 11 tricks. Now the main fear that they've got is that the opponents win 2 spade tricks and a diamond. So here they play the ace king of diamonds, and at this stage they cross over to a club, and here chose to finesse a heart, which actually loses. If they, with East having the queen of spades, it meant that if the opponents play spades and you guess it, they can only get 1 spade trick here. But going back to the opening lead, there was a heart lead. So they were trying to play East for either the 10 of hearts or the queen. So here, if the 10 of hearts was in the East hand, these hearts would all set up. After that, when they play the diamonds and they go up and then just play 1 more, now if East has the queen, they get to throw their spade away and not worry about the spade guess. But when the finesse fails, then they're actually down in 5 diamonds. So this was a very costly board for Australia, and Israel got a much needed pickup. The last board I wanted to talk about here is a interesting one about do you bid or not with this West hand. So it's gone pass, partner's passed, and South's opened a diamond. And West has 14 points, but a 4-3-3 shape. So they have a hand that doesn't fit into any normal criteria for overcalling. They're not strong enough to bid a no trump. They don't have a shortage in diamonds, but like they're just 1 card off and they've got a bit of compensating points. So here West chose to make a takeout double. East bid 2 diamonds, which said, I've got a good hand. Let's start a conversation. South poked in a bit of 2 no trumps, which made life a bit awkward. I don't think they've got any great hopes on this hand, opposite a passed hand. But their partner pushed on to 3 diamonds, and East doubled, saying, tell me more. West owned up to their 4-card spade suit, and then 4 spades was bid. Now, 4 spades can go down on a club lead, but here, a diamond lead from North actually removes North's only entry to give their partner a club ruff. So 4 spades came in here. Another chance that was maybe possible is the fact that this jack of spades might win a trick. So low spade, and they win the king. They cross over to the ace of clubs, and now they lead another spade. Now, if they played low here, you do have a guess of whether to finesse the play to the queen or finesse the jack. I do think that you should probably get it right. They actually hopped in with the ace, which removed that choice. At the other table, West didn't choose the takeout double on the 4-3-3 shape. They went the sort of textbook bid of just passing. And one of the thoughts is their partner's a passed hand. How high do they want to go? But a diamond, pass. East reopens with a double. West bids 2 diamonds trying to start a conversation, and East shows spades. But like with all these queens and jacks opposite a passed hand, do you really see 4 spades making? Not really. So they just passed. And here the defense was played by the other side. You start with the club lead. And here, this 3 of clubs could be suit preference to say, hey, I like diamonds. So here they win the club. They go in with the ace of spades and then underlead their ace of diamonds to their partner's king. And now they get their club ruff and can actually hold it to 9 tricks. So some pretty accurate defense there to hold it to 9, and another pickup to Australia. So all in all, the result was 45 to Israel, 36 to Australia. So a small win to Israel. They really would have liked more because they're running out of time here. But that was the match. Let's check out all the results from round 22. So Italy had a massive win over New Zealand, which locks up their position. They're feeling pretty comfortable now. Also, Bulgaria had a win over Netherlands. Now, it's not very relevant for the getting into the positions, but Netherlands were coming second. Solid win to Bulgaria. That's a fantastic result for them. Sweden had a win over Denmark, which Denmark, again, trying to chase this 8th spot, feels like a bit of a missed opportunity there for them. And we've also got South Africa versus USA 1. South Africa having a win over USA 1 puts USA 1 into this dangerous position going into the final round. So let's see where it all ends up. Anyway, let's look at round 23. And into the final match of the qualifying. Here we're going to have a look at Denmark versus USA 2. And Denmark needing a good win here to climb up into the top 8. So here it went 1 club, 1 heart, 1 no trump. And now West bid 2 hearts. I believe this just showed 4-4 in the majors. And East-West found their way to 4 spades here. Now, 4 spades is a pretty tricky contract. They started with a diamond, and they just started working on hearts, trying to set them up, maybe use these spades to trump a couple. The opponents kept going with diamonds, and then after another heart, South didn't over-off, but instead just disposed of this club. So what this did was it just created them the ability to trump clubs instead without having to over-off very high. And now when they went back to diamonds, they scored a ruff with the singleton, and now they got a ruff. And at this stage, they've got 3 tricks. They're still going to get the ace of spades. So they know it's going down. They win here, but after this, 8 tricks were claimed. After winning the ace of spades, there's no way for East-West to actually finesse the jack of spades here. So South will get 1 more trick, and 4 spades is down 2. At the other table, though, they ended up in 3-0, avoiding their 4-4 spade fit. North chose to open this hand. They've got a 5-5 shape with 11 high card points. So I think it was actually a relatively conservative pass at the other table, which allowed East-West to find spades and find the more difficult contract. That being said, 3-no is not a walk in the park. So here, against 3-no trumps, there was a heart lead, and they won. And they just played a low spade here, trying to set up to be able to finesse spades later, not trying to use too many entries. The opponents continue diamonds. They take just the ace-king of diamond, ace-queen of diamonds, and now they go to finesse spades again. And here, after they hop in with the ace, they're in a good position to finesse the jack later. South takes the ace so that they can finesse through hearts, using their entry early to try and help partner set up their hearts. So heart lead here, and at this stage, North has nothing that they can play that doesn't give a trick to the East-West side. They try the effect of a low club, but this just went low round towards the 10, and that is 9 tricks. So they can get the ace-king of clubs, the king of diamonds, and 2 more spades at this stage. So 9 tricks and a swing to Denmark. The next board I wanted to look at. Here it just went a spade, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 4 hearts. So here West has a pretty good hand, but they've only got a doubleton heart here. But they know they've got a source of tricks, so they tried the effect of just jumping to 4 hearts. Also, the other thing worth discussing here is what does East overcall? At this table, USA chose to overcall 2 hearts. At the other table, the auction went 1 spade and they opted to double because their heart suit wasn't great quality. So they ended up playing in the safer 3 clubs, but here with the queen of clubs coming down and hearts dividing 3-3, and the ace of spades on side, 4 hearts comes home, just losing 2 hearts and 1 spade. So this was a game swing back to USA. And I think it was just really interesting of like, what sort of overcall do you make with this East hand? And how do you follow on with the really good 10 count over here in the West hand? So interesting bidding decision there as well. Final board I wanted to look at is kind of a peculiar one. The West hand has only 9 points. They're vulnerable against Knot, but they have a 6-4 shape. And 6-4 shapes are fantastic. So here, West elected to open a heart, and then after a heart pass a no trump, South wants to double and bid spades. And here they rebid 2 clubs showing that, and East gets to bid 2 diamonds saying, hey, I've got a weak hand with lots of diamonds. South came in with 2 spades, and North has like some points, and they know that they're getting close to game, but they don't have a stopper in diamonds. And the opponents are doing a fair bit of bidding, so they elected just to pass 2 spades here. At the other table, it went 1 heart, 1 no trump, double, 2 hearts instead of 2 clubs. So they both opened their 9 counts. But here, over 3 diamonds. Now when South bids spades, it's at the 3 level. So what they're trying to weigh up here with the North hand is, well, spades doesn't look like it's that good. And is there a chance of this game contract? So they push on and tried 3 no trumps here. And you've actually got 25 high card points. You've got all the suits double stopped. 3 no trumps comes home pretty easily on the hand. But I think it's just peculiar how, like, where you leverage the opponents to, whether or not they push on to this pushy game or not. So one table tried 2 spades, which actually fails on a cross ruff. The other table got to 3 no trumps making. So kind of interesting hand to finish off with. This was the final scorecard. USA 2 win by a small margin, 8 imps, with Denmark starting off really strong and then a big comeback by USA 2, a game of 2 halves. Anyway, let's look at the results from the final round and see who made the knockouts. So here, in interesting matches, we had USA 1 versus China Hong Kong. They didn't have a win. China Hong Kong won, which meant that this was sort of open. And then the USA 2 Denmark, if Denmark did sort of just play the first half of that, maybe that would have been enough there. And then also Israel trying to chase there, but playing Netherlands and having a bad loss. So all those teams trying to chase that 8th spot didn't get in. So our finalists for the Bermuda Bowl knockouts are the Switzerland in first, Netherlands second, then USA 2, Hungary, England, Italy, Norway, and USA won. And let's have a look at who's playing who in the knockouts. So here, Switzerland is playing against England. So what's going to happen over the next 2 days, they've got 16 board segments. And so over the 2 days, we'll see who wins the knockouts of the quarterfinals. But Switzerland v England, Hungary versus USA 1, USA 2 versus Norway, and Netherlands versus Italy. And if both of the USA teams get through the quarterfinals, they will be playing each other in the semifinals. In other results, let's check out the Wuhan Cup, the mixed teams. The knockout, France won the qualifying with USA 1 close behind, then Belgium, Poland, Italy, Romania, Latvia, and Germany. In the seniors, the Diorsi Trophy, we've got USA 1 comfortably ahead, then Denmark, Poland, France, India, Sweden, USA 2, and Bulgaria. And in the women's, what a dominating performance by Poland there. 50 VPs clear of second, but England, then Sweden, USA 2, Turkey, Italy, Denmark, and France. And we'll just check out who's playing who in the knockouts. So in the Wuhan Cup, the mixed teams, it's France versus Romania, Belgium versus Germany, Poland versus Italy, and USA 1 versus Latvia. In the seniors, we have USA 1 versus India, France versus Sweden, Poland versus Bulgaria, and Denmark versus USA. And in the women's, Poland playing Denmark, Sweden versus Italy, USA 2 versus Turkey, and England versus France. So the knockouts begin. Lots of excitement to come. Hope you have enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.